Hello YouTube. I'm here to show you my garden this year. I haven't posted videos in quite a while, but I thought I would show you what I thought would be an interesting way to do gardening. So in my front yard, I put in a couple of garden boxes made out of paving stones, and I put in tomatoes and flowers. The tomatoes are doing very well this year, about 4 feet high. And I'm using up my front yard a little bit as a garden, so that I don't have to just use the backyard, and I get more food this way. And this is a very hot front yard. It gets the evening sun, and the tomatoes seem to absolutely love it. You can see they're full of tomatoes. I've already eaten quite a few. That's an eggplant. Not happy. It's not in a good place. But these tomatoes are doing very well. And on this side, I built a garden box out of cement. I put in cement and paving stones. So you can see there's a cement wall going 12 inches down, I would say. And then all the way along, and it's about 15 feet long, 3 feet deep. So 15 feet this way, 3 feet this way. And it is packed. And I'm getting a very high volume of tomatoes and squash and beets. So if you're in a low space area, but you have a garden at least 15 by 3, you could do something like this. I'm getting cucumbers, lemon cucumbers. They're nice, delicious, small, round cucumbers the size of a baseball. Piles of tomatoes. You can't see them because they're green, but back there's a few, and then there's a bunch scattered all over. Bunch down there. I'm getting squash. This is a squash. It's going to produce eventually, but it's just starting out. And over here, I have some acorn squash coming in. There's one there, and there's another one there. This one's spilling out of the box, which is fine. But they're doing exceptionally well. And they are a good 5 to 6 feet tall already. And I'm very happy about that. Back here, I have my peppers. And they're doing quite well too. Not as well as they were. They could do better, but this is a lower light area. They don't get as much light. My eggplants are extremely happy back here. Very, very happy. And my peppers are okay. I'm getting a few peppers back here. And then over here, this is the groundhog fence, because there's groundhogs. We have corn just to break up the soil. The corn's not doing anything. We have rhubarb doing really well. These are the boxes you might have seen in another video. This is my son's box. It's got zucchini and carrots. There's carrots in there somewhere. We've eaten 4 zucchini out of there already. Rhubarb I'm letting go to seed now, but we've had a good rhubarb harvest. And over here, this was beets, but the mice got in. And I've been trying to figure out a way to deal with the mice. But the carrots are growing. Tons of dill. Very happy for the dill. And lots of squash, which is a high energy plant. If you are looking for something that is high in calories and high in nutrition, squash is the plant you want to grow. And this is spaghetti squash, which is pretty okay. I'm not a huge fan, but it's doing very well, so I'm happy for it and I'm grateful for it no matter what. I'm getting at least 3. We'll probably get more. That one back there looks perfect. And then here are my peas and other cucumbers. And my peas are growing 10 feet tall. I don't know if that's normal. I really don't know. They've never done that for me before. Not sure if that's okay. But you know what? If they want to do it, they can do it. This is growing gigantic. Like, this is my hand. And it's growing. I can't reach, and I'm 6 foot. So that's maybe 7 feet tall now. 7 and a bit. And then I've had a huge amount of peas. We've had 3 or 4 meals of peas out of them. It's a jungle. Pea jungle. That sounds bad. It's a pea jungle. A random tomato plant, I'm letting it be. And a whole bunch of peas back there as well. And then more cucumbers. And I'm getting a pile of cucumbers. Now this box is 6 by 3. If all you can get out of your garden area is a 6 by 3 raised garden bed, because you have a very small yard, you could grow a ton of food. I have cucumbers galore. They're the lemon cucumbers. They look like lemons. They're the size of a lemon, size of a softball, baseball I mean. And they are very good. You eat the rind, you eat the whole lemon. Very nice lemon. And that's called a lemon cuke. And I don't see any here, but I do have ordinary cucumbers here. Traditional cucumbers. We had one from there already. See? Doing quite nicely. And another cuke here, doing well. And then a bunch of lemons, which I have no examples to show you. Here we go. This is a lemon cuke early on, and it will turn into a large round ball. It's so good. I could really recommend them if you like cucumbers. And there's going to be a bunch. So again, if you're in a low gardening volume area, and I would love to turn my whole yard into a garden, and I will eventually, you can do a lot with just a 3 by 6 or so garden bed. Over here, this one's 3.5 by 7. You know, I didn't want to cut the wood, so I made it bigger. So again, 3.5 by 7 will give you plenty of food. And I just wrap my vine around and it grows along the fence, which is for the groundhog, because we have groundhogs. And I keep them out that way. See? This is a very nice squash, and in a very small area. And even if I just had enough room for this one garden bed and plenty of sun, which I do have, this squash is what I'd still be getting, and these carrots would I'd still be getting, and a few other things. So if this was the only garden bed, I would have, aside from the mice, I would have had beets, carrots, and squash, and dill. And I could have planted a cuke here, and this would be sufficient to get all the things I enjoy. So if you need to do that, go right ahead. I would encourage you to. Over here was my potato bin. I pulled up a pile of potatoes the other day with my kids, and I planted in 2 peppers because they were free, they were rescues, and I planted in beets to make up for the beets that got destroyed. So I got beets all in here, and they're starting to come up. You can see the little beet tops coming up there. Some beet tops here, just got watered. And we will have, I'm hoping, a large volume of beets to put in the winter. And here is a greenhouse that I built off of YouTube. I didn't do it on YouTube. I did it quickly, very, very quickly at the beginning of the season. And to contrast a few things, this is my 3rd helping of beets from here. We've had 3 sets of beets from here already. Maybe 2. I'd like to say 3. And you can see, possibly, they're doing well already. I'm going to let this grow for about a month, and then I'll eat them. We'll take them in and eat them. We have basil, more basil, a few beans just for fun. Not really, only 2. They're just for fun. And my coffee plants are absolutely thrilled in here. And if I posted the video, I'll check it and see if I posted the video, but I planted these coffee plants from seed a year ago. And they're all the same age. So you have this coffee plant, which is this big, this one, which is this big, this one, which is absolutely massive, and this one, which is somewhere in between. Magnificent plants, very nice to grow, very hard to grow, I find. This is, I don't know how many times I've done this, but I've done it many times. So here are my coffee plants, and we will do a video on me planting them, and I have a video of me planting them somewhere, and me starting the seeds somewhere. And this is where we came with them. This is how far they've gotten, and they're doing quite well. So 3 more years, I might start to get coffee cherries. But this is a very happy plant, a very healthy plant. 40 degrees in here, high humidity, as you can see. It gets plenty wet. And that's it. This greenhouse is less used than it was at the beginning of the season. But anyways, if there's any videos you'd like to see, if you'd like me to post the video on my coffee, we can do that. We can also go over how to make a greenhouse. This is the greenhouse I built in a couple of days, literally, and it was free, aside from, like, it was scrap stuff. I used, these are pallet boxes, so that, you know, non-pressure treated wood. The frame is pressure treated wood, but that was leftover deck wood from somebody else's house. And the plastic is poly from from lining the basement. It's leftover poly. So basically this greenhouse and some of it's deck wood. So from when I had a deck and I took the deck apart. So this is deck wood. And the greenhouse only cost me space, that's all, and time. If you'd like me to post any videos on gardening, maybe making garden boxes and lining up garden boxes here, please let me know. Or if you'd like me to try to find the video, because I don't know where it is, on me planting the coffee plants, please let me know. And I'll post those. I'll dig them out and post them. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in, I really appreciate that. And I hope you have a good weekend. Thank you. Bye.